Hi guys, Kevin here. So the Tecware Alpha series has two variants, the new refresh one, which is the Compact ATX and the Compact M-ATX case. Today we'll take a look at the M-ATX variant right here. This series emphasizes mainly on airflow performance thanks to its dual mesh front panel right here, which can be removed and cleaned off with a decent water or even a vacuum cleaner. Now it looks very stealthy because there's no fancy RGB bit, because even the three included white bladed fans are not RGB. This is meant to build for minimalistic build, blackout build, and for office build, because you do not want that disco RGB to play around in your office space. Looking at the top, it has the power button, LED indicator, reset button, one USB 3.0, two USB 2.0, microphone and headphone jack. Even the magnetic dust filter as well. Looking at the size of the case, the tempered glass is actually held down by two thumb screws located behind the case, and it actually requires to be slide sideways to remove it. The tempered glass right here is lightly tinted, so you can still see your RGB, as well as the thickness is 4 mm. It's held down by two notches, so it will not pop out easily. I prefer this design over the conventional 4 thumb screws, which look a little bit old-fashioned. This one looks a little bit more clean and slick in design. Looking at the back panel is actually removed and secured in a similar manner like the front tempered glass. There's cutout for the CPU mount, so you can change the CPU bracket in the future. There's two SSD bays can be mounted on the left side. The hard drive bay is removable and the position can be changed depending on your cable management. It can hold either two 3.5-inch mechanical hard drive or one SSD and one mechanical hard drive. The cable management here is okay. The clearance between the main board and also the side panel is 2 cm, so do use flat style cables. Looking at the bottom, you can see the removable hard drive caddy adjustment placement option. The filter here is slightly not a tray type or magnetic in design. The 4 plastic feet increase the case height by 2.3 cm and has foam padding. Now before we look at the insides right here, I just want to note that the placement for the stock Tecware fans has been adjusted to the front right here. 3 of them is right here. I added 3 Noctua fans, the Redux version, 2 on top and 1 at the back. And the fans are running at 80% speed right now. So if I put the microphone closely, you barely can hear it. It's not very audible and the airflow is still good. You can actually feel it right here. Now looking at the insides of the case right here, it fits an M-ATX board neatly and beautifully. There's a lot of cutout around the motherboard area, which is large in size. Thank God, that will help with cable management. Now it can support GPU lengths up to 375mm in length, and also the CPU cooler up to 160mm in height, though I would recommend just go with 155mm from my personal testing right here. Now when it comes to the GPU right here, it can support up to 3-slot GPU. If you see some of my videos, I'm using the Eno 3D graphic card. That is a 3-slot GPU. When it comes to cooling support, the back right here can fit one 120mm fan or 120 radiator. The top right here can fit two 120 or 140mm fans or 240 or 280 radiator setup. Whereas the front right here can support 3 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans, 240 and 280 radiator right here. Now when it comes to thermal results, is really quite good. Now when it comes to airflow performance or thermal performance, we actually overclocked the Ryzen 7 2700X at 4 GHz at, I believe, is at 1.28 volts. And we managed to run IDA 64 CPU stress test alone with FPU and Sache on. We managed to get a maximum temperature of 57 Celsius or 57 degrees Celsius when it comes to the ambient temperature of 25 degrees. This shows that the airflow, the positive airflow where I put 3 fans in, 1 rear fan out and 2 as exhaust, actually work and can cool down your overclocking processor. So there you have it. This case may not be fancy in design like RGB and a clean, slick look type of ninja look, but it's designed for airflow. And one thing that impressed me when I first power on the system after I built this entire system right here is the 3 stock fans. Barely can hear this, and this is great for minimalistic, quiet ambient setup. You do not want to run weird vacuum cleaner fans at all. So I'm very impressed with the airflow performance for the thermal results for overclocking, but I'm more impressed at how quiet this case is, especially when I just put in 3 Noctua fans right there. I expected this case to be a bit more noisy, but it did not be. So would I recommend this case? Yes, if you are looking for just basic case, performs well, and is reliable. Would I recommend this case? Hell yeah. If you're interested in this case where to purchase them, including the updated price, links in the video description, including our other Tecware reviews that we've done in the past. Remember to like and subscribe and help share this video on social media because we need all the necessary help and contribution so we can get more PC hardware for you guys to view and experience. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next review. And you know, the sad part is now I have to dismantle the system right here to review another case, which I like this system a lot because it's so quiet. You can literally sleep with it in it. I'll miss you, baby. Time to power you off. You choose not to be powered. Bye, guys.